Okay, hello. We are the third live stream in. Thank you all for joining again. This is the continuation of the promotion of Intact Global's second annual conference in our new headquarters in downtown Los Angeles. I know in the first two lives, I said that we might be streaming every day, and that is the aspiration, but it is not a realistic expectation, put it that way. However, we will continue to live stream and continue to answer questions, including from Attorney Clopper. So why don't we start a live stream there as well? Say Intact Global live stream for a second conference, public. Hello, welcome back. For anyone who has questions about what's going on in Oregon, what's going on in other states, definitely would love to answer those. For those of you who are watching who may have helped, so you're aware, we can only add the Instagram stream key after it's started. So we'll see if that works. But yes, so today on the live stream, I figured I'd give some updates on the conference planning. The entire board of directors is very involved, very capable, accomplished, and we're all marching in the right direction now that we have the appropriate amount of space, right? The correct venue to, let's say, conduct our world-changing operation. We need to build out the agenda, right? And so we have a few keynotes. We have a few breakout sessions, right? Because we have maybe 10 or so offices in there, as well as Intact Global's office. We'll probably have breakout sessions in my law firm, breakout sessions in Intact Global's office, breakout sessions in the art gallery, in the main space. We've got maybe 4 other offices that we're getting set up right now. So yes, Ocean Birth, great to see you. Yes, so this is the ticket link, and I will walk you guys through. Oh, we are now going live on Instagram as well. And so the link above or below, depending on what platform you're watching on, is the link to buy tickets. We're starting to continue to sell tickets, which is great. We're looking for another sold out event. Because remember, this is the leading legal effort to end the genital cutting of children, right? So Jack Lardner, Poof, great to see you. It's Peter on Insta and Fitzroy by Food. Great to see you guys. Let's see if I could see my participants here. StreamYard is what we use, so that amalgamates all the different social media channels into one live stream, which is very nifty. Zach Mellon, I appreciate the comment. This man's a hero. Let's see if I can highlight that. And the answer is no, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. So yes, so things are going well. We've got, the ticket sales are ticking up. We're probably going to have about 200 people. We sold out last year with 72. We've got some victories this year, and I'd say in 2025, and we're looking not only to continue that streak, but to ramp it up. And if we raise the correct amount of resources, then we'll ramp it up exponentially, right? This is really kind of like what you put in is what you get out, right? Raise 100 grand, maybe we can do 1 lawsuit. We raise $500,000, we could probably do 5. We raise $1 million, we could probably do 12 or 15 with economies of scale. This will be my full-time job, right? Instead of the 10 lawsuits I'm doing now, I'll just do 10 Intact Global lawsuits. Otherwise, we'll file as many lawsuits as the funding permits. Oh, I see Intact Global Inc. has joined us. Great to see you. So yes, as I was mentioning earlier, before I went live on the Instagram, the agenda for this year is going to be modified to make the most of Intact Global's new headquarters in downtown Los Angeles. So yes, we'll have a few keynote speakers, as well as breakout sessions as well. right? And those are going to cover various topics of interest, right? Be about an hour long. It could be the anatomy. It could be how to speak with regret parents, how to avoid anti-Semitism, because that is just a distraction. It's a problem, but it's also a distraction for our mission as well. There are others as well, such as a youth group, those 25 and under, right? To connect, because we need young voices. I'm no longer the young guy, right? I've been doing this for at least 10 years. And yeah, the circumcision rate has gone from like 60 to 49%, which is substantial, right? And that breaking the 50% is really changes everything, because now the majority of children in this country are kept intact, right? Now that is the case in most of the other countries in the world, and that is the only sane decision when it comes to mutilate or not mutilate your infant. But we are where we are, and we are working to make it better, and that's what we can do. And so it's all good. I think what I may do, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Could be about Oregon, could it be about other legal challenges? It could be about, hey, Eric, didn't you say you're going to do a live every day? I said I would try, and we are now 3 out of 5 days, right? So things are going well. Let's take a little look at the ticket sales. But yes, so I'm very pleased at our progress, and I am happy to answer any questions that you guys may have about the conference, about our legal challenges that are going on. I know it's Sunday evening, and Sunday is the 7th work day in the week for me. But I have a lot of good help. I hired a new soon-to-be associate, which is fantastic. And my team is running on all cylinders, so that's great. Oh, look we've got a few new orders for tickets. Oh, that's fantastic, right? Oh, Leaf, looking forward to seeing you there. Oh, Dan Strandard, absolutely. Okay, so we've got some familiar faces, and we want all of these 72 people in our sold-out conference last year, and then we want a whole new crew of people as well. I know, like offhand, dozens of intactivists in Los Angeles, right? Los Angeles has probably 10 or more times as many people as Portland, probably substantially more than 10. It has more people, Los Angeles County, than the vast majority of states in the United States. It's also a super cool place. And when you hear downtown Los Angeles, I can understand maybe some skepticism, especially if you're, watching news that it's supposed to say, oh, look at this hellscape. It's actually, with the exception of like Skid Row, which we're not in, it's very beautiful. And the place we are in is like essentially in the heart of Broadway, and it's beautifully maintained. And every food venue around is absolutely delicious, which I've been working on as we set up the new headquarters. It's 11,000 square feet, 15,000 square feet of volume. So it's a lot of work. And then I also got my clients as well, which, we are winning, but to win every lawsuit, you really got to put up when you need to. And I love doing it, but I would much prefer to just do intactivist litigation, but we need to raise the attention, the resources, the energy, the momentum there. And I think when you attend Intact Global's second conference in Los Angeles, you really begin to understand the magnitude of the operation that we are undergoing here, right, at Intact Global. This is a major operation. At our first conference, another ticket sale for Nicholas. Great. And the Founders Dinner as well. So we are really making headway here. But really and sign up for the Founders Dinner as well. It's this beautiful restaurant, El Pasteo, a 5-course meal. And it's a kind of opportunity for us to meet those of us who, probably can contribute a little more to what it is we're trying to do, because at the end of the day, we're taking on a lot of ingrained baggage, ingrained traditions of mutilating infants, and billions of dollars in unethical medical billing, because you don't make money for not mutilating infants, right? So anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you, so you can scan, unless you're on Instagram. this QR code right here, and it'll take you to the ticket page. And I will do that as well, show you kind of what's going on. So let me do that. I'm going to share my screen. And again, if you guys have questions, let me know. I'm going to try to, how should I say? I'm still going to try to live stream every day. It could be only 15 minutes, right? But if you have questions, you want to get in touch with me, this is the best way to do it. I get a lot of emails and I have a lot of different email addresses. And so I got a really great donor, very smart woman in New York saying, I didn't hear from you. And I was like, well, I don't check all my emails as often because I have to meet all my professional obligations to my clients. But anyways, so this is what we want to do. Let me post the URL for those of you, because I know there's at least 5 of you on the stream who are going to be coming to the conference, right? Is intact.global/conference. If you go to that link, where you're going to go is, let me show you. So let's say I click on this link right here, right there, or here on Instagram. And we're going to get on Kick and Twitch and stuff too. If anyone on my team is listening, let's get those set up. We're going to add to stage. There we go. So if you click on that link, you're going to get to the 2026 Intact Global Conference page, right? And from there, it kind of has all the major details. Join us as we report on our first year of constitutional litigation, lessons learned, and the path forward. And the path forward really is we need more plaintiffs, right? We need plaintiffs in some of the key states that are probably going to be most receptive to our challenge. But at the end of the day, the first salvo in any state rests and falls on the trial court judge or the motions judge, depending on how the judicial circuit handles it. But anyway, you can get your tickets here, which will take you to Ticket Tailor. And for the early bird, for the first 100 tickets, right, we're doing a very good deal, which is $199, which includes the Friday night gala, right, the Legacy Gala. And this is in Intact Global's new headquarters. And this is a picture from the front, right? And Intact Global's new headquarters is the 4th floor and the 5th floor. So it's the top 2 floors of the building. Right? I mean, it's massive. It's 15,000 square feet of volume. I mean, we really are. This is where Pixar used to work, right? And that is, in my opinion, one of the top tier companies in the world. And certainly the, how should I say, top tier animation and storytelling studio. And I do love telling a good story. So anyway, so we're going to have a Friday night. We're going to have a legacy gala. We're going to honor some people who have made great contributions to the movement. We'll have a comedy sketch, I'm pretty sure, from a very funny, accomplished comedian. We're gonna have cocktails, food. We've got a liquor sponsor, which will sell drinks as well. Maybe an auction, depending on, let's say one of you has an old Mustang that's well kept. Maybe you could donate that to Intact Global and we can auction it off. Just an idea. Or maybe you have a chateau in the Alps or whatever, and you want to donate a week of vacation. Be creative, right? Because this is a group effort, and anyone who buys that chateau, for example, or rents it, I should say, is also an Intactivist and will treat it with respect. And then also you get a tax deduction, I'm pretty sure. We'll double check that. And Intact Global raises a bunch of money, so everybody wins. But yeah, so Friday night, April 10th, we're going to have a Legacy Gala. And then April 11th and 12th, we're going to have keynote speakers. We're going to have breakout sessions. We're going to have some, meals throughout. It's going to be, and then we'll end it Sunday with a tea party, which is what we'll be hosting regularly in the space with our liquor sponsor, Surfside Tea. And it's all going to be good. Oh, and look, we've got some comments going on now, so I love that. And before we hit on some of the comments, just so you know, Early Bird contains the Legacy Gala, which is $150 itself, and the Founders Dinner is separate, and that's Thursday night to precede the conference, right off Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills at Il Pastel, 5-course meal. I tested it out. It's definitely worth it, and it's also a donation to Intact Global, so definitely would recommend that. But let's say you're trying to come to the conference, you just click on the buy tickets now link. This is a picture from our last year's conference, which was sold out. These are all the attorneys in attendance and our lead plaintiffs, the Hadacheks, who are very brave and doing great work, right? So we're very pleased. And, this is the legal team, but we have more lawyers as well, some who couldn't attend. And that was last year, and our legal team has grown, you could say, considerably. So this movement is growing and we are gaining ground. I just want to gain ground even faster, right? I want to accelerate this, pedal to the metal, and that's about creating a community, showing you where our headquarters is in downtown LA, really inspiring that confidence that you need. Because look, we're committed to this and we're making progress and we're winning in court, but we need to win more. And that means we need to litigate more. And so let's say someone who was cut, a young man, the last 25 years, wants to do something similar to the Hadachek plaintiffs, get in touch with me. But anyways, here's a little blurb about what going on down there. And here is the location. It is, as you can see, right next to the Orpheum Theater. There's the Orpheum Theater. This is Intact Global's new headquarters. We've got parking lots on both sides, which is great because you can really see downtown Los Angeles. This is a really beautiful part of downtown LA. And if we scroll out a little, this is downtown LA. It borders the fashion and the arts district because, just had to. So anyway, and it's very easy. You fly into LAX right here. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Oh, yes, you can. And so that's what's going on. And you just buy the ticket. I highly recommend doing the early bird, 95 remaining, right? Getting maybe one and one for a friend, support Intact Global. And you could go anywhere from 0 to, I know some of you may want to donate 50,000. Why limit ourselves, right? You do next. Those of you with that credit limit, fill in your name and info. And you could say someone else. It could be, let's say, Eric Clopper. And I'm trying to think of someone who's not politically charged. What's his name? Mr. Rogers. And if you have any, like I've got, let's say Mr. Rogers is a vegetarian, you go like that. And then you buy your $398 ticket for 2 people for 2 days, and then the $50,000 donation after that, and then you're good to go, right? And if it's not 50K, it could be $200. It could be nothing. I want to see you there, and I want to network with you, and I want you to network with other Intactivists, right? Because that's really where the huge benefit of this comes from, because we need to be organized. Because the people who are pushing the continued genital mutilation of infants are very organized, and only a small percentage, right? And we are the majority who want to protect children from genital cutting, and we need to be well organized. And this is a physical space that facilitates that. We need that if we're going to change the world and protect every child, which is exactly what we're going to do. So anyways, let me jump over to some questions or some comments. I'm going to stop sharing if I can figure that out, and I can by going like that because I am very tech savvy. And let's see who else is on the line with us. Oh, and let me jump over to Instagram as well. Oh, El Paseo, Deborah, great to see you. I almost call you Julie because that's the name. Oh, and Justin is here as well. Hello, hello. Muscle Man Steven, Aurelian. It's Peter on Insta. Keep up the good work. Never normalize child mutilation. Oh, that's the plan. We're going to normalize not mutilating our children. I know it's so ambitious, but I think we can do it. And honestly, we've made huge progress. We're under the 50% genital cutting mark for boys in the U.S. Near pretty much 0 for females, and intersex is way too high. And also that's our tough category, and not good data is stored on that. But the vast majority of the world don't mutilate their children. So let's catch up, right? They also don't execute their citizens in the street. So this is the long link. This is the short link to get tickets. Backpack Matt, great to see you again. Love the use of emojis. And is that a penguin? Yes, it is. That's a great emoji. This is a leftover Celsius from today because I was really not losing the day. Eric, you are a physicist. Square feet is not volume. Oh, no, I'm aware, but those of us in commercial real estate, which I guess not many people, but when you're discussing a space, 15,000 square feet of volume means that it is the amount of, it just means that one part of the floor is omitted, right? To have this huge ceiling, right? This big gallery with skylight. So 15,000 square feet is a volume when you're talking about how large a space is, right? When you're describing commercial real estate, essentially, so let's say each floor is 7,500 square feet. That would mean if it's 12,000, it's actually not as simple to do in your head. But the point is, it is a volume in this instance, but I hear what you're saying. Ocean Birth. Oh, hello, Matt. Yes. Greetings, Ocean Birth. I love the cordial greetings. Alan Cummings, that is a great suggestion, David Pryor, and I have already corresponded with Alan, and he will be in Scotland, and I don't think that was a secret, and if it was, I apologize in advance, but I don't think so. I think his schedule is on his website. Yeah, so he will be unavailable, but other celebrities or prominent people I hope will be there, certainly at the gala, and ideally throughout the entire conference. William Sven, good to see you on Insta. Alec Vital, thumb up on the stream. Well, like I said, Alec, the goal is every day. Sometimes it's just like I'm running around, I'm meeting court deadlines, I'm going to court, I'm setting up the 11,000/15,000 square feet of volume, but 11,000 square foot Intact Global new headquarters. There's a lot going on. And then there's got to make sure everything works and is beautiful. And, you know, and I've got great help actually, but it is what it is. You're welcome, Allison, and we thank you for being here, right? Definitely share this stream, but more importantly, the link to the conference with anyone who's thinking of attending. Again, intact.global/conference will get you there. Ocean Birth, this is the ticket link. Eric, no, totally fair. Religious freedom is an individual right, not the right of an organization to force identity. And this is a very good point, Eric. And, you know, you could make the argument, and I think it's a good argument, that if you were to cut the genitals and scar and mutilate in someone else's body for your religious freedom, that would be infringing on that person's religious freedom. Solid argument. And that would invoke the freedom of religion clause in the federal constitution and most state constitutions, I would imagine. I can't recite every constitutional provision, every 50 state, but that would also trigger a lot more resistance. And, you know, we're trying to win and we are winning and we've got limited resources. So right now we're going with the equal protection of all children, which does not, it does not invoke religious protection grounds. So Eric, I hear you. I am being as pragmatic as possible with the resources we have. It's no secret, right? And this was in reference to the square feet of volume, which is a oxymoron, but it makes sense, you know, scroll back the stream, it doesn't matter. The point is Intact Global's new headquarters is huge. It's beautiful, it's highly functional, and it is the proper space for us to hold our second annual conference. And we intend to sell out again, right? And that's why we're promoting it 3 months in advance, maybe 2.5 now. And I expect to have a very good turnout, right? So I anticipate I will be here again tomorrow. I'm going to remove, let's see what we look like without the background. And, you know, if anyone has any interest, and let me know in the comments before I log out for the night, we can also, how should I say, I could do some live streams from the space downtown. It actually has excellent internet, better than my home internet, although I buy the most expensive one. It's got fiber, right? Because Pixar used to be based out of there. And so I imagine the stream will be even higher definition, but we can see. And last comment, you are a wonderkind juggernaut. Babies will be protected. That is funny, and I appreciate the vote of confidence. Let's see the space. Well, fair enough. Well, I will be there, I'm sure, later this week at some point. So anyways, just to kind of wrap up, the link for tickets, intactglobal.org. Well, that's kind of the long one. If you just go to intactglobal.org, you said buy tickets here, right? Can't miss it. And then also it's in the QR code on the right side of the screen this way. So yes, so scan this code if you're on your iPhone and you're watching this on YouTube. Holy Free Holy says on Instagram, I'm so happy and grateful for your work. I've been following you for years. Well, thank you, Holy. I appreciate Holy Free Holy, your follow, right? We are scaling it up. We're going big and we're going to prevail, and we are prevailing, but this is a incremental. As Deborah says, can't wait for the Legacy Gala on Instagram. Me as well. I'm very excited for this event. Couldn't do it without you, Deb, and Justin, and the whole board, and Chase and Will and everyone. So thank you, and Shay, and we've got a whole crew of people who are working to make this a very successful, fun, memorable event. And when you all go home after the 3 days, you're going to say, wow, you're really poised to do this. And it's like, yes, we are. We're going to change the laws. We're going to change the world, and we're going to change how we treat our children, primarily by not mutilating their sex organs at birth. And I know that's an ambitious statement, but it can be done. We are smart enough to not sever functional tissue from our children at birth. It is something that can be done and will be done, and we are doing. So here's the link to the space. And if you're on Instagram, it's here. And if you're on YouTube, it's there. And if you're on Twitch, we're not streaming there yet. But we will be, for anyone who can help me with that. And thank you again for joining me on Sunday evening here. The sun just went down in Los Angeles. And Luigi 86 Grand says, I agree, I was mutilated at birth and I'm pissed. So, Luigi, you get it, 86. I don't know if that's a reference to your birth year, but you should attend the Los Angeles conference. So scan the QR code, go to the URL, and I hope to see you there. And protecting one group of people, females, oppresses all not in the group. Well, it certainly discriminates, right? And let's see, define marquee. So, and the question is, does the space have a marquee, like a large tent? No, but it has a mezzanine, which is totally beautiful. It's all inside, so it doesn't need a tent, right? It's got brilliant lighting, though. Anyway, there's a lot of features in this space, and I want to figure out how to present it to you in a way that works. But until then, I just want to say happy Sunday. Make sure you get your tickets. There's still early bird sale. We just started selling. And I will see you probably all tomorrow. Just, keep an eye out for the schedule, and I'll try to post at the same time. There's a lot going on here, but we are making headway. So thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in tonight, and I hope to see you tomorrow. And bring your friends, not only to the stream, but to the conference. Okay. Bye, guys. This is Attorney Clopper, and I will see you soon.